Welcome back to the Scrapyard, friends.
This is it. It's time for...
It's the then versus now challenge!
Man, we really hope you saw our pre-show because we're starting this race now.
That's right, the final race. The 1961 Impala SS from Team Then versus the 2017 Nissan GT-R from Team Now. It's race time!
Scrapyard Diecast Racing.
Here we are at the gate. Officials have finished their safety checks. In lane 1, it's the Impala. In lane 2, it's the Nissan GT-R.
3, 2, 1, go!
Whoa!
GT-R out front.
They flipped!
I don't believe it. The Impala flips over and wins. The Ballerina wins.
Before we get into the race, I want to talk about this right here. Look at this. How dangerous is this? The GT-R is in first, the Impala's in second, and the gate is in a close third. What are the officials doing in their safety checks? The wrecking crew assembled that metal doohickey to make the gate go up straight, but did anyone consider how it would come down?
The wrecking crew at the Scrapyard are professionals. I'm sure they ran safety tests before clearing it for use. What? What's that? Oh, the studio's in my ear telling us to move on. Anyway, let's look at that new jump cam.
The GT-R comes off that jump hard, but look at the height the Impala gets, and he lands on one tire.
But even more impressive is the nose slide he does down the straight. It's easy to see why his teammates call him the Ballerina. The way he makes that 3,700-pound car dance almost defies reality. The way he slides on his nose, puts the car down millimeters from the GT-R and manages to flip around him, right himself, and cross the line in reverse for the win. I'm speechless.
Speechless? Speechless? You just blabbed about the Impala for a good minute straight. I'm not concerned. The GT-R has done this in the past. Test the waters in Heat 1, then Godzilla releases the monster and dominates the rest of the heats.
Well, we don't know for sure what will happen in Heats 2 and 3, but what we do know for sure is the Impala just put on a breathtaking automotive ballet and put the first win on the scorecard.
Scrapyard Diecast Racing.
We're back at the gate, and I guess we're not doing lane changes for the finals, so it's the Impala still in lane 1 and the GT-R still in lane 2.
3, 2, 1, go!
GT-R takes the lead.
Impala crashes!
Into the jump cam, GT-R spins across the line. See, I told you, Godzilla dominates. This is exactly what I told you was Godzilla's game plan. Test the waters in the first heat, then dominate the rest of the race. He pulls off the line and never lets up.
The Ballerina kept falling farther behind, and I think he was trying some last-ditch barrel roll move off the jump to pick up speed, but it did not go well for him.
For him? What about the jump cam operator? He took 3,700 pounds of Impala to the face. Did anyone even check to see if he's okay? What is going on today? The danger level is completely on a different scale today at the Scrapyard.
I'm sure he's fine. Every member of the wrecking crew has to wear a hard hat when working the races.
Hard hat? He took an Impala to the face.
Moving on. Look at the way the GT-R loses control and skids across the line after all that commotion.
Commotion? The guy took an Impala to the face. But you're right. Look how the GT-R displays the pinnacle in sportsmanship. He sees his opponent had a hard crash and crosses the finish line just enough to win. Wow, what a champion.
Slow down there, he hasn't won yet.
One more heat. That's all he needs. Like I said before, the danger level is high today, but the most dangerous thing on that track is still Godzilla.
Well, with that, the GT-R puts a win on the scorecard, tying it all up. And after an unfortunate mishap, let's see if the Impala's luck will improve in the final heat.
Scrapyard Diecast Racing.
We're all tied up. This is the one to decide it all. One of these racers is about to have his whole life changed.
Lanes are the same, with the Impala in lane 1 and the GT-R in lane 2. 3, 2, 1, go!
my gosh!
Oh my goodness!
See, I told you!
We need help!
Wild Bob, get the rescue crew out there, stat!
I'm on it like gravy on a biscuit.
Please show some decorum and cut the commercial.
Hey yo, how you doing? It's Frankie V here. I've been a cab driver in this city for the past 37 years, and I've seen it all. But what I ain't ever seen is shirts like this Ribuero is making. That's some high quality right there. And you don't have to just wear them neither. You could use them as a napkin if the corner guy put too much cream cheese on your bagel. And you could even use it to stick in a busted radiator hose to get back to the station on time so your boss don't bust your fucking butt for being late. I'm telling you, nothing says New York like this shirt. You know what the I'm talking about. So go ahead, click the link right there, order some stuff, forget about it.
See, I told you that gate was dangerous.
We're back on. Welcome back to the Scrapyard, fans. We're going to review what just happened here and what the officials have decided. So let's get to the replay.
As I've been saying all along, that metal doohickey did not look sturdy enough to support the massive weight of the starting gate.
Unfortunately, when the gate came down, it came down hard, right on the tail end of the Impala. We've seen the Ballerina flip that car around all tournament, but this time it was completely brutal and unintentional.
And it flips him, sending him smashing on his roof. And he took the whole length of the downhill and the bottleneck upside down.
And the bottleneck is tricky enough on all four wheels, but upside down the Impala had no chance, and the orange safety lanes actually worked against him as he crashed hard right at the end.
The jump cam, you could see how badly it went for the Impala. Meanwhile, the GT-R was having the perfect run. He hits the jump dead center, lands clean, and tears down the center of the track. I know we don't time our races, but I'm sure that was a record-setting run.
I did admire how even after the Impala hit him in Heat 2, the jump cam operator still dropped his camera and ran to help.
Yeah, but only after he got the shot.
Hey, we might be a junkyard, but we're still running a professional racing channel.
Oh yeah, I could tell how professional we are by our safety measures. What are the officials giving us an okay on before the start of each race anyway?
Moving on, let's get the official ruling. Since this was technically the track's flaw and no fault of either racer, the officials are calling for a mandatory restart.
Scrapyard Diecast Racing.
Here we are for the mandatory restart, and hopefully for everyone's safety, the last heat of the day. The Impala requested a lane change and the officials have obliged.
And he deserves it. After what that poor guy just went through, he makes getting an Impala to the face seem like a body massage.
3, 2, 1, go!
GT-R leads.
Impala passes!
Did you just see that?
Yes, I did, and it was beautiful. What a way for the Impala to win.
I bet 99% of the fans missed it. Let's see the replay. 1. Look at that lead. I thought the GT-R had it in the bag at this point. 2. But also look at the gate. It's still going way too far down the downhill for my liking. Can't we get that fixed?
We've already put in a work order, but moving on. Look how the Impala catches up to the GT-R in the air and then passes him only on his front tire. The Ballerina was going to show off all his dance moves. But then...
No. Let me tell it.
Really?
Yes. Really. The Impala sees the GT-R is catching up to him, and the Ballerina shows he was saving one secret dance move for the end. He blocks the GT-R with his teammate's signature ping-pong pinball block, the Maverick. But he does it in reverse. If Godzilla had to go down, he couldn't lose to a more skilled driver. The Impala has really earned my respect this day.
Wow! I wouldn't have believed that had I not just heard it with my own 2 ears. We have our champion, fans! With that spectacular finish, the Impala puts the final win on the scorecard. The Impala has won it all, and incredibly, the 5 points from today's race also means that Team Then has won it all as well. Team Then trailed for such a long time in this tournament, it almost seemed impossible for them to win it all. They really owe that Ballerina a huge debt of gratitude.
And look, there they are, the final 4 contestants from the semifinals, and the Impala in its rightful place on the podium as this year's champion. At the start of this tournament, there was no way I thought Team Then could win. But when it all came down to the wire, the Battleship Maverick and the Ballerina Impala made a believer out of me. Congratulations to Team Then and the Impala.
But wait, we're not finished yet, Scrapyard fans. Now the Impala has to see if he has what it takes to beat last year's champ and be crowned the greatest car of all time as they face off next time in the
Grand Championship.
If you've enjoyed today's race and haven't subscribed yet, please do so and leave us a comment telling us that you subscribed and what you liked about today's race. We promise we'll reply. We love hearing from and communicating with all our fans.
And follow us on Instagram and Facebook for even more Scrapyard Diecast racing action. So please join us next time for the next installment of
It's the Then versus Now Challenge!
Grand Championship. Scrapyard Diecast Racing.